Hi, we're so glad you're back. It's been a while since we've checked in with you guys, and so we thought we would just do a little end of August backyard garden tour. And just a reminder, we don't have a very big space. We've been trying to fit as much as we can into the space that we have. But we've got some vegetables and some fruit and some flowers and shrubs. And so we thought we would just take you on a little tour. All right, so we'll start right here with our little Espalier orchard. We planted a Fuji. Anyway, it's looking pretty good. It's got some good structure and it's got some new growth, and I've already pruned it a couple of times this season. So I'm really excited for that. And then this is our 21st century apple pear. And you can see it doesn't look quite as good. All of these trees we have trained ourselves. We have not bought these trained in the Espalier way at all. So this is us just taking a regular tree and training it ourselves. So this will eventually look just as good, but it's just taking a little bit of time. And we did leave a couple of pieces of fruit, so hopefully we can eat those in about a month or so. And then this one over here is our pear tree. And this one is, I believe, a Bradford or Bartlett. I can't remember. Anyway, it's looking pretty good too. So you can see in these half barrels, we are doing an experiment. And we have got this is our container sized blackberry, and I can't remember what it's called right now. That's our raspberry shortcake. They are both bred to be grown in containers. We haven't had any raspberries, but I think we planted it pretty late. We've had a few blackberries, and let me tell you, they were very good. So I'm really excited to see these put on growth and us get some more fruit from them. We've got some free plants we got from a neighbor, some rutabaga, we've got some heuchera that they are not doing very well. I need to move them because this gets way too sunny. We've got some hardy geranium over here. And you'll notice our soil, it just looks like a mess. We need to get some more compost, but we've got a few weeds. But these are our raspberry spear crab apples, and they've done really well this year. This is a tree that has persistent fruit, so it won't drop and make a mess, which is great. Then we have two different kinds of gara here. That one was a free plant, and I don't know, I can tell that's a little bit of a looser habit than this one, but they will get big and fill this whole space, and so I wanted something simple between these crab apples. And then our rose, was also free from a neighbor, and that's kind of a theme this year. We got a lot of free plants, but it's doing really well. It's on a second flush of blooms. And then we have a black tower elderberry in the back, and it struggled, but I see some new growth on there. So I think, yep, we've got some new growth. So I think next year, I think it's going to be great. This is a columnar rose of Sharon, and I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's got really pretty clear white blossoms, and you can see it is loaded with buds. Look at all those buds. I'm so excited. This one is going to get like 15 feet tall. It's not going to get much wider than this. It's going to be a really pretty anchor for this side of our house. We have some penstemon here in the spring, late spring, early summer. They bloom a really pretty purple. And we just moved those from the front yard. And we've got a couple of pink chip buddleia or butterfly bush. We've got one right there, and then we have one on the other side. And they get about 2 feet tall and wide, so they'll be a nice, fun little accent. You can see our coneflowers look a little worse for wear. That's because we get reflection of the sun in the afternoons, and they don't like that. So we're trying to figure out maybe an awning or something to kind of next year help them a little bit. But the colors have been really pretty. And then our yews, they're also adjusting. They're struggling a little bit because of the heat. But I think that they're going to be just fine. These are Marine Muse. They'll stay columnar. And then we just planted 3 little quick fire hydrangeas that I got from Home Depot. I love hydrangeas, and I've never had hydrangeas until we moved into this house. And so these ones will get about 4 feet high or tall and wide. And I think they're gonna make a really pretty foundation planting back here. So like I said, you can see our soil is a mess. We've been digging in it all year, but I'm not even gonna worry about it until the spring when we'll get some fresh new compost. So let's go over into the garden portion of our backyard. And we'll just start with this bed right here. We've got a bunch of honeydew growing, and you can see it's just taking over. But look at all this honeydew. We've got a whole bunch over there. We've got some onions. And we've got 3 different kinds of peppers. The idea was to do some canning of some salsa. I don't know if I'm gonna have time, but we'll preserve it somehow. But look, we've got some beautiful green peppers. I'm really excited. We've got banana peppers over there. Oh, actually we have 4 peppers. I think these 2 are bell peppers. That's a banana pepper, and those are jalapenos. We've got a little pepper trying to get in the garden. Yeah. Our tomatoes are going crazy. Oh, sun sugar, that's right. And then we finally have some tomatoes forming on our Cherokee Purple, which is so exciting. Cherokee Purple are just delicious tomatoes. They're an heirloom variety. In our center bed here, we have cantaloupe galore. These vines are giving their all to give us some huge and beautiful cantaloupes, and we can't wait until they're ready to harvest. You can see they're really taking off over the top of the arches, the trellises, and we like to plant flowers intermingled with our produce. We just like the look. And they say marigolds help keep bugs away, which I don't know if they do or not, but we love how they look in the garden. And then this bed here is where we had our corn, and you can tell it's spent. We were able to harvest about, I think, 18 ears this year, which isn't bad. It's not our worst corn year, but it also hasn't been our best, but we'll have to see. This is a trial. Gardening is just a trial and error. So we're just trying to see what grows well. And then back here we have our big beef tomatoes, which we've got a whole bunch forming. We have picked several, and they've been really delicious. And then over here, and then on the other side we have our aromas, and they've been struggling this year. We've had a lot of blossom end rot, and we've heard from other Utah gardeners that regular aromas don't really do well here. And so I think next year we're going to do San Marzano or some other tomato that doesn't form that blossom end rot. But we've just cut it off and eaten them anyway. And then along the side of our house, I planted a bunch of sunflowers, and then look, they're starting to bloom. There's a whole bunch of different varieties. So look at how pretty that one is with the rust color towards the center. So excited, but you can see that they're all just growing so well. Such pretty colors. Like I said, short and sweet. We have a small backyard, which is great for us. It's not as much maintenance as you get older. We hope you enjoyed taking a little sneak peek into our backyard garden, and we will see you next time. Bye.